Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. If you're returning, thank you for always stopping by. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe and all that good stuff. Okay, so in today's video, as you can see from the title of this video, I'll be telling you guys some of the differences between studying in the Philippines and in Nigeria. Well, if you don't know, I studied nursing in the Philippines and I graduated last year, November. For those of you who don't know, and I'm currently in Nigeria. So, yeah. Anyways, let's dive right into the video. Okay. I actually wrote some points down so it doesn't skip my mind. Yep. I don't know why the light is focusing on my forehead. It's so funny. Anyways, I really don't want this video to be more than 10 minutes or more than 15 minutes, but let's see how it goes. So number 1 point, university students in the Philippines wear uniform. I'm not just talking about maybe nursing uniform. Of course we have nursing, some universities have nursing uniforms and they have this school general uniform, but generally schools, every student wears uniform to class, except on Saturdays where they get to wear the college t-shirts, and it depends on the university. And when I got there and I realized that, I was surprised. I was like, come on, we are college students, why should we be wearing uniforms, for Christ's sake? Like, in Nigeria, I know that we don't do that. I haven't seen a university here that wears, the students wear uniforms to class. It's just weird, right? But when I got there, I asked some of my classmates, they were like, it's a sign of high discipline. Some students might not be able to afford wearing the same different clothes every day to classes and all of that. Some people are poor, they can't afford to be like changing clothes constantly, and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, that's fair enough of a reason, I guess, but it's just part of their tradition, I guess. But come on, it's just weird, right? Awkward for university students wearing uniforms. Well, yeah, that's, by the way, that's one of the difference. Number 2, in the Philippines, you can transfer from one university to the other, or from one course, from one course to the other. But unlike here in Nigeria, like if you're in a particular school and you want to change to another school, like it's almost even impossible. You have to wait for another 1 year again, and you cannot change from one course to the other. Like in the Philippines, if I'm in a particular university and I'm taking nursing and I want to change, I can change and probably continue from where I stopped. But in Nigeria, you would have to start all over again, and you cannot just, let's say you're taking nursing and you want to move to computer science. You just have to start all over again. It's almost impossible for you to just do that transition. You get what I mean? So that's just it. And in the Philippines, teachers are called professors, not lecturers. But here in Nigeria, we address our teachers as lecturers, like, because here in Nigeria we regard maybe people who are called professors are those who have like maybe PhD, or maybe someone like Wole Soyinka. But they don't call their teachers or tutors professors. But back in the Philippines, we address them as professors. So or even by their names. But of course the Nigerian culture would not allow you to even address your professor or your teacher by their names. And in the Philippines, I think that's my fourth point, right? Yeah, in the Philippines, they do yearly student visa renewal. Yeah, unlike places in the US where once you get admission there for your BSc, you're given a 4-year or 5-year visa depending on the duration of your program. But in the Philippines, you have to renew every year, which takes about almost $300, and then you get your I-card, which is more like a residence permit in the Philippines. Or if you're below 18, you get to renew your visa, I think every 6 months or less. I'm not sure about that. So in the Philippines, we have weekend classes, and this depends on the institution, I guess, and the course of study. Like me, while I was studying nursing, I usually had like classes on Saturdays and Sundays. And when I tell some of my friends who are studying in the US or the UK, they're like, why would you be studying on a Saturday, this and that? I'm like, well, because nursing is really, really broad and intense. So I guess that's why sometimes, due to certain public holidays or the weather, because they have a lot of natural disasters. So the professor would have to shift the class Saturday or Sunday, and especially during my 40, I was having classes on Sundays, like every week. Sunday classes. I know it's stressful, it's draining, just name it, but yeah, I guess it's part of the process, right? Writing of JAM. JAM is just like MAT in the Philippines for it's just a general exam for medical students. JAM, for the Filipinos watching this that don't know, JAM is Joint Admission and Matriculation Board. It's an exam you take after your high school or secondary school in order to get into the university back here in Nigeria, and it has a cutoff mark, or rather it's over 400, and it has a cutoff band depending on your university and your course. And once you achieve that band, then you can go ahead and take the entrance exam or aptitude test for the university of choice. And while taking your JAM exam, you get to pick 2 choice of universities. Basically, it just boils down to one option, because when you put an institution as your second choice, you don't even tend to get admitted, because I mean, why is it your second choice? Why don't you put them as your first choice? So that's just it. And even when you get admission, sometimes, or rather most times, you don't even get your choice of course. They just end up giving you whatever pleases them. I mean, come on. Imagine someone like me who wants to study nursing and I end up getting biology or stuff like that, or something that is not even related to that field. But back in the Philippines, you even get like you have a lot of options. I mean, you can get to you can apply for more than one school at the same time and get to pick your choice of course and all that. But back home, it's not like that. I mean, it's not. So lastly, I would say the language barrier. Like here in Nigeria, the lecturers or professors don't teach in whatever language they have or whatsoever. Of course, back here, our general language, our official language is English. But I mean, let's say the professor or the lecturer is Igbo, he won't chip in Igbo, he won't like speak Igbo and all that. But back in the Philippines, I know that their official language is Tagalog. And but yeah, sometimes the professor can just be teaching and he would even forget that there's a foreigner in the class, and he would just chip in his Tagalog. You know, I mean, it can get annoying. It is annoying and frustrating, but that's something I've had to deal with, and I can't say you can get used to it, but yeah, sometimes they can even, crack jokes and you feel left out, like when they are teaching and all that stuff. But I mean, it's something that I just had to deal with, because not like I had a choice anyways, but it's not that terrible. Sometimes I feel they just do it unknowingly because they are used to it, and they just transition or just divert at that moment. Well, yeah, that's basically it. So we have come to the end of this video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Drop your comments and suggestions in the comment section. If you have any video in mind that you'd want to see or want me to talk about, please, I'm open to ideas. Okay, so just talk to me in the comment section. Okay, I'm always here for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in my next vlog.